Right, I'm going to be honest with you about something uncomfortable. I'm in my late 30s. I was recently made redundant, and somewhere in between updating my CV and going to interviews, I had a thought that I suspect a lot of people have, but nobody really says out loud. What if I've been doing the wrong job this whole time? Not wrong as in bad at it. Wrong as in not the thing I'm actually best suited for. Not the thing that would make me genuinely good at what I do every single day. So I did something slightly terrifying. I asked AI to tell me what job I should actually be doing, and the answer surprised me. Here's what I did. I opened Claude and gave it everything. My full work history, my actual skills, not the ones on my CV, the real ones. The things I genuinely enjoy doing versus the things I just tolerate. The moments in my career where I felt most alive versus the moments I was just going through the motions. I also told it about the last year, the redundancy, the life changes, the fact that I stopped drinking, got fit, and somewhere along the way started seeing things differently. Then I asked it one question. Based on everything I've just told you, what job do you think I should actually be doing? What it said first surprised me. It didn't just validate what I was already doing. I half expected it to say something like, you should continue in your current field, perhaps at a more senior level. The kind of safe, obvious answer that tells you nothing. It didn't do that. It said that based on my history, my communication style, the way I described human connection and problem solving, I was likely underselling myself. That the roles I'd been applying for were logical next steps, but not necessarily the right ones. That there was a gap between what my CV said and what I was actually capable of. That stung a little, but it also felt true. Then it got more specific. It identified 3 things I'd mentioned almost as throwaway comments that it flagged as significant. A period where I'd mentored junior colleagues, which I'd described in one line. A project where I'd turned around a difficult client relationship, which I'd buried in the middle of my experience. And the fact that I'd built something from scratch recently, which I hadn't even mentioned as a professional skill. It said these 3 things pointed towards something I hadn't considered properly. That I had the profile of someone who builds things and brings people with them. Not just manages, builds. The actual answer. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it said because honestly it felt quite personal, but it suggested a direction I hadn't seriously considered. Something that combined what I'm good at with what I'm actually doing right now. And the more I sat with it, the more it made sense. Here's what I'd suggest you do. Open Claude or ChatGPT. Don't just paste your CV in. Tell it your actual story. The stuff you're proud of, the stuff you're not, what energizes you and what drains you, what you've been avoiding thinking about. Then ask it, what job do you think I should actually be doing? It might tell you exactly what you expected, or it might say something that makes you sit very quietly for a while. Either way, it's worth knowing. If this helped, please subscribe. I'm doing these experiments every week so you don't have to. See you on the next one.